and I guess we could say is a special Get a Life podcast here at One Up Games Mesa, Arizona. I'm Nick. This is
Tim. Behind
us over here, behind my shoulder, we actually have the Game 7 of the World Series, which has just gone into extra innings. So if you see us kind of looking over our shoulders, it's for that reason. But yeah, go Cubs. So what are we talking about today?
Well, why don't we first talk about this GameStop thing?
So if you don't know, GameStop is now taking in trades for retro games.
Well, they're doing it nationwide now. Because they were doing it before in like New York and...
Right. But are they doing it also like consoles as well? Are they taking in Super Nintendos and 64s? Because, I mean, do you actually have an idea of what they're really looking for? As far as retro. I mean, how far back retro are we going here?
I think as far back as the NES. I don't think they're taking Atari or anything like that.
It's not a lot of Atari stuff that's worth
it's not worth any money. But, yeah, they're basically just looking for popular games that are good sellers like Marios and Zeldas and
stuff. On that thought, here we go.
And they're also looking for games that are worth a crap ton of money, and they're not paying you anything for them.
So, if you don't know what I mean, we know a guy who works at a GameStop. They're a mile away from our store. So we're constantly like, that's competition is GameStop. And we have been fortunate enough to have a Bubble Bobble Part 2 here in the store. We did sell that quite a while back. But if a game like that, which is around $250 to about $300, it's a very rare game, came into the store for us to buy, I mean, you're looking at paying quite a bit, even in cash, to own that, to buy that from the customer. They offer something like $30, $32.
$30. I think it's, if you're a
pro member,
it's like $30, and it's like 28 or something if you're not.
Let's just say that for any mom and pop shop, not to just put like a set dollar figure on there, we're talking at least 4 times that amount that you would probably be paying.
Well, yeah, I mean, anybody that brought the game in is going to have that expectation that you're going to pay somewhere around, half of what it's worth? I mean, anybody that comes into a game store shouldn't really be expecting more than that.
Yeah.
Because if they want more than that, they just got to sell it elsewhere.
But yeah, definitely.
But I mean, GameStop, for them to pay that, and I think the reason why they do that is because their employees aren't trained. Their employees don't know how to spot fakes. Right. And GameStop knows that people have been taking fakes in and selling them fakes and selling them repros and selling them games that have a label on it, but inside it's an Excite Bike.
Oh, that was going to be my next question.
Yeah.
Do they have a Nintendo hooked up, a Super Nintendo hooked up?
Oh, no, they don't test anything.
Because that's a big concern. Well, I mean, there could be a lot of people out there who will just make really good like reproduction labels of, say, something like Earthbound and Chrono Trigger.
I don't even know that they have to be that good.
And take them in there because, I mean, most of the people who work at GameStop, and I'm not trying to be mad and I'm not trying to hate on GameStop because I do have respect for the corporation because they're worldwide. They're doing something right. Yeah, I mean, it would seem like fakes would be a crazy thing happening.
Well, yeah, it's already been happening. I mean, they started the pilot program or whatever, and they started buying games at select locations, and then they just sell the games online. And people have complained about getting repros and fakes or games that don't work. Because GameStop's buying all this crap. They're not paying anything for it, so what do they care? They're paying pennies on the dollar, and they're not testing it. They're not nothing. And then they're just throwing it on their website and selling it. Right. People are ordering it. I don't know why people are ordering it, because the way GameStop works is you go on their website, you don't get to see a picture of the item you're getting.
What?
No. It just says, this is the item you're about to order. So, like, if you wanted to order, like, a Panzer Dragoon Saga.
What if the discs are all... I mean, yeah, they can bump that shit out.
You don't get to see anything.
But what if it has
you
no
don't know
manual?
if
That's expensive
You
manual.
don't know.
Oh my God.
GameStop specifically says you don't know if you're going to get it in the case.
I did not know that.
You don't know if you get a manual. You don't know if you just get discs in a sleeve mailed to you.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you have no idea what you're getting. So at that point, it's like, why are people even buying from them and not just using eBay?
Wow.
At that point. Yeah, it's just...
And their prices are eBay prices?
Well, no. I mean, Panzer Dragoon Saga, they sell for like $250.
But you don't know if you're getting a complete
you
or a
don't know
loose.
if you're getting... You're more than likely probably getting just discs because GameStop has a bad habit of throwing cases away for stuff,
too. That is...
We had a guy come in here and tell us, because he knows people that work at GameStop.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Every time they get a DS game in,
they just throw away the case.
Throw the case and manual away, and they just sell the loose card.
2111 South Elm School Road. Donate them here. I'll take a whole fucking box full of just...
So who knows?
cases.
I mean, maybe they throw out like Sega Saturn cases.
Wow.
So these are too big.
Oh my gosh, that makes me...
Don't have room for these.
Okay, and the sad thing is, and what I was trying to get to is with the employees. Most of their employees, and I'm not trying to be mean, again, I want to say that, they're very young. They don't know Nintendo, Super Nintendo. They might be 19 years old. It means that they were born in, like, seriously, like the late 90s.
Well, yeah,
they didn't even really know what the N64 or the PlayStation 2 was.
10 years ago, 15 years ago, any idiot could have bought retro games because it wasn't some big collectible thing that people wanted to make fakes of.
Any idiot, yeah.
You know, it's just like, okay, yeah. I mean, you buy a cartridge, 99 times out of 100 it's going to work. If you look in there and you look at the pins and the pins don't look like they're rusted or corroded or broken, then 99% of the time that cartridge is going to work. It doesn't take a genius to buy a cartridge. The problem is now is you have repros with really good fake labels.
GameStop's biting off more than they can chew.
You have guys that take legitimate cartridges but pull the board out of them and put a Super Mario World in a Chrono Trigger and go sell it to GameStop.
I hope that they're training their employees or paying them well to think that they have to keep up with current stuff. Oh my gosh, now you have to think about retro stuff?
Well,
finding fakes?
That's why GameStop doesn't pay you anything for your retro stuff. That's why they'll pay you $1 for a Super Mario World.
Which is ridiculous.
They don't want to have to train their employees to spot fakes, to test these games, to do all that. They don't want to have to train their employees how to take a game apart and check the board.
Oh my gosh.
So they pay nothing for them.
Oh my gosh.
And then if they get a fake, it doesn't matter.
And the sick thing is that everybody is still going to take stuff to them because
I'm sure they'll get a lot of stuff.
95% of the gamers in the general population have no idea that these mom and pop stores exist. They think it's Best Buy, Walmart, Target, GameStop. That's basically it. Like, or buy it on eBay or Amazon or whatever. Like, that's it. It's so infuriating because the general public is clueless. They've been brainwashed. I mean,
it's one thing for somebody to be like, oh, I got this old PlayStation 1 and NFL Game Day 98. Take that to Goodwill and get it.
Yeah. Take that to GameStop.
That's worth like $20.
So we have a guy who comes into the store.
But people are donating TurboGrafx 16
stuff
to Goodwill.
People are
and then Goodwill's taking it and they're charging eBay prices for it.
I can't wait.
And they got it for free.
Dude, I can't wait until we get either a podcast or it comes up in some type of forum where somebody donates like a stadium events to a Goodwill.
You know, there have been times when I've gone into Goodwill and I've seen Donkey Kong Countries for like $40. And it's like, that is not only above what it goes for on eBay, above what it sells for online, above what it sells for in shops like ours, but you got it for free. If somebody brings a Donkey Kong Country into us, we've got to pay them like $15 for it.
Yeah, easily. So I saw an original Xbox with a normal controller, a blue controller, Halo 2, and then it was like Tetris World, Star Wars, Clone Wars double pack. $100. And that thing was not clean looking. They didn't even like take like a wipey and like wipe down the top of it.
I don't even think Goodwill tests it.
And then they take a fucking red marker on everything that's electronics.
They draw an S.
And they draw an S on it. Anyway, GameStop is doing this. They're not really advertising it in the store because I actually have a buddy who works at a GameStop right down the street, the one that's like away. He comes into the store. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
And we got no beef against GameStop. We tell people who call up the store all the time, like, yeah, we don't have like that game right now, but I know GameStop, you know, like down the street. Go get it because we want people to get the stuff they're looking for. But yeah, he was saying like, oh yeah, we've been doing this for about a week now. And I haven't been able to accept a trade yet. They've had people try to bring in stuff, like crappy $3, $4, $5 like Super Nintendo games, but they're not looking for that.
They won't buy anything retro. They'll buy basically anything that's worth money.
Right.
That's all they'll buy.
They're looking for Final Fantasies.
If you
Marios,
try to take them in
Zeldas,
a copy of
Donkey
Super
Kongs.
Caesar's Palace, they're going to tell you to go sit on it.
Yeah.
You know, they don't care about it.
But if you bring in a Contra or a Mega Man 5, they're going to be like,
They'll
oh
give you
yeah,
$2
I can give you like $5 in store credit or $3 cash. And then that mom who's held on to her kids' games, who's in college, is going to be like, okay. When you could come down the street and make 5 times that amount. It's insane. Or however much. I mean, those are expensive games. Mega Man 5 is like, seriously, like it's almost close to a freaking $100. It's not there, but it's close to it. So it's ridiculous to me that they're doing this. And the sad part is that they're gonna get stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean, if Goodwill gets stuff, GameStop will get stuff. Yeah. GameStop has an opportunity, I think, to like really mess with the collecting market and lower the values of games if they want to.
It's a great point.
Because they're going to get this stuff in, and they can. I mean, they're getting it for so cheap that they can sell it for really cheap. I mean, What did we look at the other day? They pay like under $20 for a Chrono Trigger.
Oh yeah, it was like I think it was like $11.
It was something crazy like
really
that.
low.
It was around $10.
Yeah, it was
for
low.
a Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
Now normally you'd probably turn around and sell that game for around $100, but
so right now
GameStop, if they're buying it for $10, they could sell it for like $40, $50.
Which would bring values down.
Which would bring the value down.
That's a game that
and that would actually kind of make me happy.
Holy shit.